It's Laura Adrian from Whole Life Elevation, and today I want to share with you a very simple and powerful practice that can help you not only feel clear, more relaxed, more stable, but also really address a lot of the problems we're facing as a global community as it relates to the environment. So, it's interesting to think about as the climate crisis surfaces and as we face all kinds of issues around racial injustice, social inequality, economic inequality, etc. Like, how do we show up in a way that supports the unraveling of these crises that are very real? And how do we take care of ourselves in that process? So, I'm a yoga teacher, a holistic healer, meditator, and I also lead wilderness trips. And through all these things, lots of books, lots of trainings, I've come up with a practice. It's super simple that you can do, for 5 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. And the root of it really is intimacy and connection. And this really aligns with the yogic path. Yoga comes from the word yoke, and yoke basically means to connect. So, this path of connection is all about connecting to ourselves, connecting to the moment, and connecting with one another, connecting with the environment as well. So, to start this practice, you can do this outside, you can do this in your bed, you can do this on the floor or the couch. You just find a nice place to lay down. And how often do we really give ourselves permission to just set the world down and relax and just, yeah. So I want you to find a comfortable place to lie down. Nature is my favorite. You can throw a blanket on the ground. If you're not able to do this in nature right now, practice in your home or wherever you're at, and then maybe take it on the road to a park. Okay, so come into a lying down position. You can bend the knees if that feels comfortable for you. You can also have the legs straight. Let the eyes close and start by checking in. Feel your body. Notice where your body's at. Notice how your body feels. Don't need to pretend. If the body feels anxious, be intimate with the anxiety. If the body feels tired, be intimate with the tiredness. See if you can be right in the middle of whatever you're feeling, the sensations, swirling, tingling, whatever it is. See if you can be intimate with it. You might say something like, "Oh, this is how it is now." Now begin to deepen the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And feel the whole body as you breathe. Notice where the breath goes in the body. On the inhale, what happens in the body? What happens to the body? On the exhale, what happens to the body? And with a soft invitation, with each exhale, let the body relax or invite the body softly to relax. Feel the body as you breathe. Feel the inhale. Feel the exhale breath. Now imagine you're in nature and you're lying on the ground. Feel the earth beneath you. Feel the soil, that earthy material underneath you. And the earth is this amazing healer and teacher, connector, mother, caretaker. The earth is the foundation for life on earth, the foundation for microorganisms and plants, fungi, creatures, humans. The earth supports all life on earth. And open to that and feel that. The earth provides us with shelter, food, water, all things we need to live, and feel the earth caring for us in that way, providing those things for us really as gifts, because we didn't earn them, they're just given to us from the earth. Take all of that in, and we might even call it love or generosity, healing that comes from the earth and is there all the time. Let the body relax, feel effortless here. The body feel fully supported, fully held. Let the earth receive you like a good friend would. Like you're enough, you do enough, have enough, you're beautiful enough. Let the body relax even more. The muscles relax away from the bone. The belly relaxes even more. The muscles in the chest soften. Let yourself be held here. And if thoughts arise, you can let them arise and then let them pass like clouds floating across the sky. In a natural ecosystem, there is no waste. Everything is recycled and used for something else. When a tree dies, fungi eat it up and it's turned into soil for something else. So if there's anything in you that's ready to be released, repurposed, transformed, you can send it to the earth to be recycled, to be transformed into soil for something new to arise. Now begin to feel the outline of your body, the shape of your body laying down on the earth. And from here, you can let the outline of the body blur and let yourself fully embrace the earth, be intimate with the earth, feel the earth, be a part of it, know it. Allow the heart to know anything there is to know, see anything there is to see here. Thank the earth for your time together, for supporting you, caring for you, providing you with food, clothes, shelter, air, water. Bring awareness back to the breath. Notice your breathing. Notice your inhale. Notice your exhale. Kindly start to wake up the body, gently moving fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. Bring the arms overhead for a full body stretch, fingertips to toe tips. Slowly bend the knees one at a time. Roll onto one side and use your hands and arms to bring yourself up to a seated position. Check into the body. Notice where the body's at. Notice how the body feels. If there's a word that comes to you to describe how you feel, great. That might be useful. That might be good information. If there isn't one and you just took in the experience, that's great too. There's a couple things I want to say about a process like this. One, it may be very counterintuitive because we're not really doing much. And a lot of times we think, oh, I have to do a lot to get the result I want or to make a difference or to meet my goals or whatever. And what I'm finding more and more is how healing, nourishing, and often productive it is to give myself time to lie down, to relax, and to set the world down. It releases stress. It helps us to think clear. It helps us to be in the moment. It fuels creativity. I think about the seasons and the cycles and Earth. Like nature takes time to rest. I'm here in Minnesota, and the winter, generally speaking, things slow down. Bears hibernate, trees stop growing. Nature in general just quiets down. And that's that resting time where it can rejuvenate. Plants that are deciduous and normally found in temperate regions actually can't grow inside. They usually die because they don't have that break where they're losing the leaves and they stop growing. So that's a good reminder that that may be a beneficial practice, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever feels appropriate for you. Okay, so that's one thing, that this practice is countercultural in a lot of respects. And the next thing I want to say is it's a very organic process that helps us to feel more connected to our bodies and more connected to the earth. So I want to talk a little bit about both of these. In general, we live in our heads. Yoga is a great way to bring us to the body, but also sometimes yoga can be intellectual and keeps us in our heads. So it's a really nice practice to check in and ask, how is the body feeling? How is the body feeling? You can do that in a practice like this, or you can do that several times a day, checking into your body state. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is it helps us to connect to the earth. It's easy to not care about something or someone when we other it or we disconnect from it. And it shows up in a lot of different ways. As it relates to the earth, we are less connected to the earth in general, compared to any other time in history. 10, 12,000 years ago, we were all either hunters and gatherers or basically farmers, and we were very connected to the cycles and the rhythms of the earth, and we depended on them. Now, more than likely, you do not farm. You have a job, maybe a desk job or something, and life is quite different. We're less connected to the earth in that way and how the earth provides for us. We're less connected to our food source. We don't know where our food comes from typically, or where it's grown, how it's grown, who grew it, how much they were paid, etc. We spend less time in nature than any other time in history. About 99% of our time is spent indoors as adults. Children spend about, I don't remember exactly, I think it's about 15 minutes a week outside on average, children in the US. And this is just one of the ways, or these are just some of the ways that we've disconnected to nature. And it's not, it is linked to a lot of the issues we're seeing today around not only climate change, but all kinds of issues, with waste and food production, resource extraction, energy. All of those are linked to how we connect to the earth. And my sense is that we can definitely address these problems, these issues that we're seeing, and it starts with connection to ourselves and to the earth, but it doesn't end there. That connection, that intimacy, that love, we could say, will inspire us naturally to act in a compassionate way. I think you can test it out. You can see how it goes. Yeah. So that's all I have for you today. My name is Laura Adrian. And if you'd like to connect more, you can visit my website, wholelifeelevation.com. I lead wilderness retreats, online courses. I have a book coming out on nature and healing. So come check out all this good stuff.